All right, so the circle of power, right, or circle of circumstances, which is what they are. This is the existor continuing. Now, what the circle of power is circumstance, and you did have a beginning. All right, now, what the circle of circumstances, the circle of power, or circle of power is how you got in this already with a major circumstance going on about you. All right, where'd you come from, right? What are you? Where'd you go? Okay. What that has to do with is complicated, really. There's kind of like something more complicated about origins. Now, it looks like what you are is not the circumstance. What you are is just you're the individual. Who you are is who you are, is how you know yourself. The problem is, how does the whole thing begin? How does the whole thing really begin? How do you get oriented, construed into this kind of situation in the universe? You're not from other universes, though. You're from this one. The problem is the universe is not always what it is. It's a complicated story, really. It's almost like every existence, there's a criteria of people that need to exist. Where you come from in general is that, though, in my sci-fi book, is the diameter of space-time, which created the species, really. But what creates things prior to the species? What organizes the whole thing together? These are complicated topics. Goes into natural selection, too, which I don't want to get into. It looks like this. I can tell you this. Whatever you were once kind of comes together in such a diameter that what you are is like a diameter of who and what you are revolves around what you believe. And that creates who you are, really. The body type, how you look and everything, and that's more complicated too. But I'm going to get to a simplicity, not too invasive. It looks like where you come from is something not of a destination origin, not of like a place. Because the universe is space, there's no place. You kind of originate somehow in some kind of complex manner that I don't want to get to the details of how people get anywhere, really. But in space, where are we located is how you got here, really. Because where we're located in space could be anywhere, really. Space changes all the time. Like I said, the planet changes shape, could change shape with time. Time changes shape. Now, that's complicated, too. But it's quicker than the eye can see, or our five senses can detect. But let me tell you this, though. The whole thing is like an ocean wave, is how we get here. Oceans create life. Like, you just get created. You're a certain kind of individual. It's like an ocean wave that creates most intelligent life around here. But what happens in the big scale is pretty much could be the diameter of space-time. They created the whole thing. That's why we're on a mostly circular expanse so far as we know it. But let me tell you this. The life bed creates life, really. So it's complicated. You don't come from like an origin in space, really. No, we're not of the universe, really. Because we're of the planet. But that's complicated to discern that. But I'm going to talk about something more interesting even in this context. Look, if the whole thing keeps on understanding, why do you think people are important, though? We're not just like simplicities. We're not like these simple. I know we're elegant in design, but we're not simple. Look, the ocean creates a life, but what happens in the whole meantime is the whole thing moves. Like I was saying before in that one, like this, like a piece of bread here, and like this is the undertones of the wave. Why do you think I mentioned that? Well, that makes sense now. Because like the wave, your wave is how you got here. The funny thing is, ocean wave, yeah, like an ocean wave. But look, it's like the whole circumstance is it's almost like a natural occurrence of why. But you could end up anywhere once you originate too. You can end up anywhere in space, which is more complicated to understand. But you usually stay with the race. Usually, the thing is, the ocean doesn't move much, and things. It's complicated what I'm saying, but look, on this note, I'm going to talk about this. When things move complicatedly like this, why do you think it's understanding that you have to have that makes the most sense when you progress further in this existence? You have to understand, like, the whole thing keeps on escalating to a level, and you have to get to that level, and you always are at that level anyway, but you have to like consciously get there. What that level is what I'll talk about now. The level is like this. You keep on moving what you think, and then the orient is like the masses of people that could or could not help you at any given time. The problem is it keeps on moving, the orient and the level. And what this one is going to be called is the existor, the orient, and the level. I'll tell you why, though. When the wave keeps on moving, not just your wave, but the wave of the ocean keeps on moving like this, the orient and the level keep on moving with it. That's the scary thing, which is lucky. I didn't have to get to natural selection or anything. Look, the orient and the wave keep on moving. The orient and the level keep on moving with the wave. And then what that creates is the whole idea of what the point is, what the circumstances really are. As you can tell, the circumstances are not that complicated, really. But what our point is to discern why they're even a circumstance. Well, I'll tell you this. When the orient and the level move with the wave, that's the whole key picture. Because why would the ocean care? Why would an ocean power care about something as low as sex, or as high as intelligence, or as great as riches? Well, let me tell you this. The whole thing moves in the same damn pattern all the time. And it's a massive ocean. Now, why? Figure it out.